I know how Michael Parkinson felt with Emu now. That was...
I beg your pardon, he's got feathers. I've just got finery.
That was a very nice old Donald Pierce song. I enjoyed that a lot. Now, is this then, Sue, the new you, glamorous creature?
Oh, do you think so?
Yes, indeed.
Well, not really. It's just that I thought I'm so fed up of wearing that flipping overall. I mean, she's a very nice girl, but she's so dowdy. So when they said, come on, and, you know, look at his face. I keep laughing. When they said, come on in, and I said, oh, do I really get the chance to wear a posh frock?
Yeah.
And they said, yeah, it's posh, isn't it? A bit posh.
It's the kind of number that Scatty Peggy would really like to sing, isn't it?
Oh, certainly, because, I mean, she practices in front of the mirror day and night, you know, trying to sort of get like the Judy Garland thing, but never makes it. These padded shoulders were a mistake. Look at this.
Now, tell me, listen, Steve said that he learned to play snooker at holiday camps and has played it there.
Yes.
Have you ever actually willingly been to a holiday camp yourself?
Well, I did actually, for the first time ever, I went to Scotland on a belated honeymoon, right, you see. I went to Ayr, which is beautiful, just outside Glasgow. I don't know if you've ever been, it's lovely there. And I was in this pub, and this guy came up to me and he said, Sue, I'm doing a season at Butlins. Would you mind just popping up to come and see our show and say hello at the finale, you see? So I went to see this show, which was really excellent, actually. The entertainment's ever so good. And they gave me a red coat. He was colourblind or something. And they had a Hawaiian ballroom with this thing, dear, this cycloramic vista at the back with the mighty mountain of Pittspaloo throwing up.
Just like the programme.
Yes.
Now, being the shy, retiring creature that you obviously are, did you find it very difficult when you started to earn a living? Was it difficult to get jobs? In the business?
Not really, actually. I mean, I've been quite lucky. I must say I've had a lot of luck in my career. But before I started as a fully-fledged pro, I was a temp, you see. Well, that was disastrous.
Did you get the temp?
Well, on several occasions. There was one... No, I had a job, a sort of permanent job for 4 years, right? And do you remember San Francisco, if you're going to... all that bit, you know, with the bell? Well, I'd be typing this trying to get the bell stuck in the thing. I'd have to say, hang on a minute, and the boss would have to come and free me. It was quite pathetic. And then I went to this building firm as a temp, and I better not give you the name because it's advertising. Anyway, it begins with a C, ends in an N with O-S-T-A-I in the middle, right? And I had to do this memo, Costains. How did you get this job? Anyway, so there I was, typing away, and this poor unfortunate couple had sort of lost their home. It had fallen down around their ears in some cyclone or something. And I had to put, this couple were kindly rehoused by Costains in a hovel. It should have been a hotel, and this memo went round to everybody. Miss Pollard, you'll have to go. So I had to leave there, but I've had some very nice, interesting moments, not least of all behind the bicycle shirts. You must have been behind the bicycle shed.
I have, but I didn't realise you were there as it comes out.
Yeah. Very nice being pumped up. Just like the country. Yeah.
Now, you must have had some lean times in the early days. What was the...
Yes, the leanest time of all. You might have read about it. It was quite humiliating. At the time, lots of things in my life have been humiliating coming into the world. But my mother... God rest her, she's... You're right, Mother. Anyway, getting back to this business. Well, I was in this cafe. I'll be about 19. And I hadn't been to work for a while because I've been feeling sort of like flu and everything. I'd left home by this time, never got any money. You know, you blow it all on a sort of dress and that, don't you? Have you ever done that? You know, you think, oh, I've only got £6 extra this week, I'll go out and buy a pair of shorts or something. Well, anyway, this particular time, I'd got a sausage sandwich in this calf. I'm sorry. That's all I could afford 18 pence, whatever it was then. Anyway, there was a bloke behind me, you see, and he had these 2 chops and salad. Anyway, there was one left, and I thought, oh, thank God he's gone. Marvellous. So I went like this, a quick shift, you know, like, and he went like that, and ate it like this. Really giving it all this, you know. Anyway, he come back in. My dear, I thought I would die. It was the pits. He'd only gone out to check his bloody parking ticket. I nearly died, and of course he looked about, and he looked under the chair. Casey thought he'd dropped it, the poor sod looking at him, looking like this. And I was thinking, God, it's in my stomach. Anyway, it was mortifying, and it makes me laugh. Anyway, he does all these wonderful, you know, don't he, bless him. Anyway, I demand to see the manager with me. I've got to get this story out. I've only got 5 minutes.
Right, so the manager...
Oh, well, the manager came, and of course, full of, you know, and he stuttered, which was most unfortunate. And I was thinking, oh, my God. And anyway, he suddenly said, well, it's very peculiar. I mean, I'm not coming to this restaurant again. This is where you treat, you know, customers like this. And by this time, I mean, I don't usually blush, but I was like this. Anyway, he said, I will never leave this restaurant until I find out the culprit. Well, that was it. I left. Luckily, there was a ladies' toilet at the back with a skylight. I was off and out. Oh, I was terrified. I've never done it again.
I should hope not. Really?
I've always been well fed since. My mother, she'll die. She'll think, that's Susan. She'll think I've never fed her.
Oh, is Sue Pollard your real name?
Yes, my real name, but I took the E off.
Yes.
On purpose, because I thought, well, at least it's a little bit more different, because everyone's called S-U-E.
Because you look so ordinary, don't you?
Well, do you think so? It's the nicest thing anyone's ever said.
What about your first television job? Was that humiliating as well?
Oh, that was awful. My friends barked at me for 6 years after that.
Why?
I got beaten by a singing dog. Opportunity knocks.
You were beaten?
I sang. I must tell you this. I sang. I'm just a girl who can't say no. I mean, fancy asking me to sing that. I mean, you know. I auditioned with I Don't Know How to Love Him, but obviously that got, you know, in the cutting room floor.
What did the dog sing?
Well, the dog sang. It was Harold Gum and his singing dog, and Harold Gum was, oh, what a beautiful morning, and the dog went, ow, that was it. And the cameraman said, that dog's only howling because he's got his finger up the dog's butt. Anyway, it was awful. Anyway, the dog won. And my friends, oh, you're right, Sue, woof, how is it? Woof. For 6 years I had that.
Sue,
at me.
are you always over the top like this? I mean, do you ever settle down? I
settle down when I'm mostly reading Mills and Boon books. I adore Mills and Boon. Don't you just love Mills and Boon? I love them. Especially in recent years, because they've been able to sauce it and pepper it up a bit, you know. 10 years ago, they were always untouched virgins. And now they've been ravaged to death.
Last week,
you know what I mean?
Jackie Collins last week, Mills and Boon this week. I'm really living.